Okay, well I'm back, less than 36 hours later. It's Friday, it's just about probably 5 o'clock now. Lake's busy, I'm out of breath because I've rushed to get round in this swim, the point swim, which is one of the few that's left. I was thinking about fishing up the other end of the lake where I had all the fish from in my last video. But it's pretty busy up there, and also someone who jumped in the bay behind me and had those 4 fish and hasn't had anything. So they've either moved out or just gone off the munch. But I know there's been a couple of fish out at this end. Yeah, I was chuffed when I found that this swim was free. It is one of my favourites. So yeah, I'm just pulling the gear out of the car. We've just had a massive downpour, and there was a rainbow, but it's faded now. There's a double rainbow, in fact. But yeah, it looks like we've got clear skies now for a bit. So I should be alright setting up. Here till tomorrow lunchtime. I'm just going to be fishing PVA bags, I think. I'm going to be putting one out there on my usual spot at 12 wraps on the plateau, and the other out there to where the 2 dead trees come out in the water. But, well, I'm going to have a bit of a lead about, but it's going to be around about 17, 18 wraps, something like that. So, yeah, right, okay, I'm going to carry on getting the gear out of the car. I'll catch up with you in a bit. I just got them out in time. It's just started raining again now. The weather looks absolutely bang on, like it did the other night. So, yep, fingers crossed, eh? Let's hope it's another one of those nights. Get my average back up again. I mean, I was no fish in 9 nights, the first 9 nights I did this year. And now I've got, what, 7 in 11. So yeah, could do with a few more actually, just to get my average up before this place shuts, which is before the end of next week. So I've got tonight, and I've got one probably Wednesday next week, something like that. A midweek one anyway, because it shuts on the Friday, and you obviously can't do the Friday night because it'll be shut on the Saturday. So yeah, the last day of the month is a Friday. So yeah. Right, okay, well I will catch up with you in a bit. Holding bottom well. I haven't got the first glimpse of it yet. It hasn't come up. Yes. Yes. Okay, just got 11 o'clock. Right end rod went off. Thought I had a drop take, but tightened up and felt something. Fish was on. Yeah, I think it just dived in a wee bed and stayed there. It was very similar to the fish I had the other night, the gutty one. Let's have a look. Oh, that's £30 and a couple of ounces. It does look suspiciously like the fish I had the other night though. Oh. Which was what? 29? Let's have a look. I have to do some comparisons tomorrow when I get home. Look at that. Beautiful. Very good. Okay. That was a weird one, that. Yeah. It dropped back, I thought. It can be a tench here, especially when it didn't just shoot straight back up again. But then it didn't move at all. So I was tightening it, and then eventually I tightened it up to the top, and then just held the line, just pulled the line and felt a little something. So I thought, right, I'll just wind it in. Thought perhaps there is a tension on the end, it got weeded up or something. But no, then felt the weight. So yeah, they tried to get around the corner there, but and then I turned that fairly easy and got it in underneath me, but then it just wouldn't come to the top. I didn't get any glimpses of it for ages, and it felt good. And then it made a dive down for the snags, but kept it out of there okay. And yeah, when I saw it, I thought, yeah, it was decent. And actually it came to the net quite easily when it was up on top. It was a long time fighting on the bottom. Yeah. Now I can't stop thinking whether it's the same fish or not that I caught a few nights ago. 2 nights ago. Up the other end of the lake. I haven't got any photos with me or anything to compare. I'm going to have to wait till I get home and look at the footage from the other night. The other one, as I remember, it's slightly more of its backside was hanging out slightly more than this, I think. But very similar weights. Excuse me. So, yeah. I proper zeroed the sling and everything as well. So there's no errors there. £30 and a couple of ounces. Yeah. I'm well chuffed though. First 30 of the year. Yeah. Who knows? It might have just been munching all the way it's up this end of the lake. You know, munching as it goes. Put it on a pound. If it is the same fish, it clearly wasn't put off by being caught the other night. So, yeah. I'll put some titles in to let you know if it was the same or not. Right, well I've put it back out there. Who knows what the night can bring now. I mean, it's only 12 o'clock. Yeah, just gone 12 now. So I'm actually going to tie another rig. Getting low, and I dinged the point over on a couple of rigs the other night. So need to tie one or two. So I'm going to do that. And then eventually get my head down again. You know, who knows? May see you again in the night. It feels a bit tenchy. Morning. 6 o'clock now. That tench was about 4. It was just after 4 this morning. So that was the only thing that happened after I saw you last. No bleeps or anything. Looking at where my line's going out on the right hand rod after I recast it after that tench. I'm off this spot. I'm over to the right. So I misjudged that, so I'm going to have this, put it in, put a fresh bag on, get it out there again. We're packing up and going at about 11:30 today. Nice bright day, sunny. When the sun gets up, hopefully the gear will dry out a bit. Liv is all wet from the rain yesterday. And then there's just the one more session to go. And then it's on to the other lake, which is a completely different kettle of fish. Pun intended. Yeah. Looking forward to it really. Nice, it's a bit of a change, and slow to warm up, that lake, slow to get going. It's not slow to warm up because it's shallow, the top lake is. But, yeah, sometimes it's slow to get going. It's not so natural in there. And I won't have seen any bait since November, was it? Yeah, it'll get shut end of October. It changes sometimes each year. And when it does get going, the action can be quite something, which if you've watched any of my previous videos from last year, the year before, over there, you'll know. Yeah. Right, I'm going to drink the rest of this coffee and get that rod back out on the spot. It's coming up 9 o'clock now. Give it till 10 and start a slow pack away. And the gear's dried out nicely. This place shuts for 2.5 months, so it opens on the 16th of June. Yeah, good couple of months over on the other place. will keep coming back here as soon as it opens, because I haven't caught any of the 18. Yeah, seem to elude me. Yeah, which go over £40. So yeah, worth persisting with. I've been on here a good few years now, but I never get bored of it. I can never drop my ticket really, because there's a long list to get on. Yeah, it's got a very good head of 30s this place. Chance of a 40. And well, apart from for me, at the beginning of this year, fish tends to fish well in the winter. Yeah, I'll be back in June, 16th of June. So yeah, but that's all right. On the other lake, it's plural. There's 3 of them joined together. Yeah, it's very different. Some great sunsets over there, great scenery, nice clean carp, chance of a 30. So, yeah. Right, I'll finish my lemon and ginger tea, and then wait for 10 o'clock to come around, start packing up. Well, that's another good session that makes up for a poor start to the year, so yeah, well pleased with that. I'll be back down once more on Tuesday or Wednesday to have a last go, and then it's on to the other lake. So yeah, I'll see you next time.